Hello and good evening everyone, Ritoru here, welcome to my channel, and I'm gonna continue playing as usual, NieR Replicant. I'm not sure how far am I. I'm supposed last stream I already collected all the fragments. And yo, Yutaku, how are you doing? So basically today I'm gonna play NieR Replicant. Yeah. Yes. So how are your no school days? Since you're like you only have like 3 days per week going to school. Ish. Operation complete. Ha. Hi. How is your temperature in Philippines, by the way? Here in my place is most of the time. Nowadays seems like it's rainy days around here. And if it's not rainy, it's just like some kind of very hot day, and then suddenly it rains in the evening. Still have a lot of homeworks. Ooh. Well, good luck then. Good luck finishing your homeworks. Hey.
Yeah.
Hi. Let's go to Lost Shrine rear path. I'm gonna find the shadowlord. Shadowlord who took away my little sister, Yona. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's really hot. Is it not rainy season over there? I'm not sure how about Philippines, but here normally during near the end of the year, most of the time it's like rainy season, and some areas got like very terrible flood. Ush. Not raining that much? You mean it used to rain that much? Wow, what the heck are you over there? I think it was raining earlier. Naruhodo. Strength capsule. Okay, let's give some strength capsule. Ush. I think last week it was suddenly like heavily rain, which I actually got sick because I was like, I need to go to my office, and I basically need to walk in the rain. Can you stay there for a bit? Wow. Ite kuso. I'm gonna ignore you. Ish. Dang it. Drop dead already. Nice. Medicinal herb. Oh no, shoot. This one. I'll be going now. Have fun with your game and have a good evening. Alright, sure, you too. Thanks for dropping by, man. And have a good rest. Jump, jump, jump. Oh yeah. Yoish. In the book, the big tree kept waiting and waiting. I have to wait a lot. Is it talking about that tree in Forest of Myth? Hey. Oish. Hurry. Oi. Come on, give me healing technical guide. I don't use that one much. Oof. Eat it. Come on, attack me. Attack me, I want to counter you. Oi. Come on, attack. You want to attack? Eat it. Yoish. Yatta. Time capsule, okay. So I need to go up. And where to go? Over here? Oh no. Oh, medicinal herb. I'll take this one. How hard are you? No. Oof. Come on, attack. Attack. Take that. There's more of you. Eat this. Yosh. Don't fight alone. I want to fight together with you. Wait, wait. Eat it. Come on, Kaine, don't stay there like that. Help me, please. Weesh. Eat it. There you go. Come on, break your guard. Yeesh. I hate you. Oi. Aite. Shirza. Okay. Drain MP. Ooh. Korewa nan desu ka? Elaborate machine. Medicinal herb. Medicinal herb. Attack me if you can. Ha. Aight. Aight. Yes. Physical defense. What is that box over there? Medicinal herb. I'll take this. Medicinal herb. Is this the correct way? Wait, isn't this the one that I actually fought the monster for? Yeah, I think I'm on the correct. Okay, that's the correct path. Woohoo! Ui! Ui! Yes. Yatta. Yes. Oh, we can actually just bypass here, Naruhodo. That lands dark execution. Hey. Yes. No. That lands. I think since I don't use a what do you call it again? Defend much a dark blast. Maybe I use dark execution here. Armor break. Aish. Defend. Medicinal herb. Oi. Hey. Strength capsule. Medicinal herb. Just medicinal herb. Nah. Mabushi. Oh. Here. Oish. Yes. Twisted ring. Wow. Strength capsule. Safe. Yes.
そうだな。白と初めて会ったのも、初めて一緒に戦ったのもこの場所だな。へ
え、白さんってこんなところに住んでたんですか。
まあ、大まかに言うとそういうことになるか。
クソ髪に似合いのボロ部屋だな。
どこかの下着女が散々暴れてくれたおかげでな。
You cannot turn back from this point. Continue. Yes.
ようやくここを通れるのだな。
Ooh. Is this like a new area? Ooh. Just a moment, I'm going to charge my power bank for a bit. Ouch. Okay. What is this place? ここどこ？ I don't have a map for this place yet. What's this? Phoenix sword. Phoenix sword? Where? Oh. This is Phoenix spear. 400 nah. Aish. Let's go. Huh? Again? Is this kind of a labyrinth? Shirane. Shirane. Nande?
小鳥さんが喋ってますよ。
我は問う。人がなぜ世界からいなくなったのか。
なんだそれは。
待て。これは合言葉だ。
合言葉？
いわばこの城に入るための呪文だ。
That's why we can't actually move on from the gate just now.
確かどこかで聞いたような。
本当我人がなぜ我が
Because their lives are short because of the black disease. Is it wrong? Yeah, it seems like so. By separating body from soul.
我は答える。その身と魂を分かつべし。
我は問う。魂の行く先はいずこか。
A place in their corresponding shell. Promised land bursting with light. これ？
我は答える。光あふれる約束の場所にあり。
違う？
どうや やら間違えたようだ。
Yeah, don't mind.
本当の本当我は人がなぜ我がと
Cause of a black disease.
我人はそ
Separating body from soul.
我は
They are placed in their corresponding
我
shells.
は答える。写しみとなる傀儡に収め。
よかろう。そのもの主たる人とみなし
Haruji?
城への立ち入りを許可する。
どうやら先に進めるようだな。
よし。なるほど。
ランジラは村の双子。
ちょっと。OK。
デボルさん、ポポルさん、どうしてこんなところに。
村に戻る気はないか。
なんで？
ここはとても危険よ。入ったところでヨナが戻ってくるかどうかも。
いかにしてここに来た？
質問しているのは私たちよ。
Yeah, here to rescue Yona.
俺たちは先に進む。ヨナを助けるために。
そうか。なら仕方ないね。仕方ないわね。君とは戦いたくなかったよ。本当に戦いたくなかった。
どうして？なぜなんだ、デボルさん。
これは最初から決められていた運命なんだ。でもできればあなたとは戦いたくなかった。それは本当。あと100年次の世代にしたかった。
何を言っているんだ。
こやつらは魔物か？
いや違うよう
嘘だ嘘だ。ポポルさんたちが。そんなわけない。
Okay, I lock you when you're about to come out. And come here.
Seriously, ここまで成長してるとは思っていなかったよ。
There is the power of love.
なぜお前たちが邪魔をする？
白の書、裏切りの輩よ。お前に詰問される筋合いはないわ。
Wait.
力をコピーされた。
封印されし言葉使えるのか。
それはもともと私たちの力だからな。あなたはそれを分け与えられたに過ぎない。
シロさん、大丈夫ですか？
どうしてなんだ、デボルさん、ポポルさん。 魔物の味方なんかするんだ。
よし。はい、て。Listen and herb. Whoosh. Dark lands, no. Dark execution, no. Probably gonna change to dark wall. Oish. Hey. What are you laughing at?
すべての謎の答えは魔王の御心にある。
魔王の仲間なのか、ずっと仲間だったのか。
答えはあなたが探してちょうだい。己の真実と向き合うために魔王の城へ入りなさい。
Huh? You obtain Shadowlord's castle map.
デボルさんとポポルさんが。
無茶してくるぜ。
Weiss, you okay?
シロ、大丈夫か。
おかしいぞ。我の最大の武器であるはずの口が魔王は笑わなくなった。
シロさん。
多様な目をするでない。心配無用だ。大丈夫。
Yeah, you don't look fine.
音楽、ワルツが聞こえます。
What are we going to find behind this door? Huh? Is this?
舞踏会とは豪勢であるな。
こいつら
魔物だ。
We Lance. はい。
閉じ込められたみたいです。
いいさ。
うる
ない。
そうだな。
よし、stab you and run. よーい。 Hey. How many of them are? Hey. Where you gonna go, big guy? Yes. Oh, hoi, there's more. Oi. Can I use executioner with them? Hope. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's faster. Nice. Ay. Luloth. Armor break 30%. Ooh, wow. Oichi! Why are you guys burning? Eesh! Haha. Go! Oi! Pretty choker. Demo. Hey, nice sir. And then dark execution change now. Back to wait, I have dark lance with me.
これじゃキリがない。私が次の部屋への扉を開ける。援護してくれ。
Experience rate, I want that one. Word edit. The weapon. Any spear, equip best word. Armor break. I don't want an armor break. I want a. Where's the attack power up? Attack power. Pahul. Experience rate. Okay. And then. Magic. No, magic. Dark Lance. Good best word. Uloloth. Armor break. No. Armor break. No. Let's use MP costs. Look car. Magic power. Gabil look car. And then execution, Gabil look car. Okay. Martial arts. Equip best words. Got resistant, physical defense. Okay. Hey.
何をしておる。
めんどくさいもんはぶっ壊す。
やめろ。そんな無茶をして万が一。
万が一のことなど知るか。扉。
おお、かっこいい。
開いたぞ。
おい、帰れ。後ろ。
What the F? Kanye, 大丈夫。Dark execution, rather dark execution using dark whirlwind. And then shoot, no. Actually press the wrong button. Drag execution. Give a look car. Dark whirlwind. Ulal. Lugreska. Gabil. Lugresra look car. Oof.
大丈夫か。
カイネさんを助けないと。
Hi. We'll save her for sure.
カイネさんを助けないと。
大丈夫。
大丈夫か。
ああ、それよりも。
What? Nani kore? Dark wall.
許してほしいなどと思ってはいない。
カイネ。
はあ。バカかなお前。
知るか。
カイネさん、大丈夫ですか。
大丈夫だ。こいつらを蹴散らして先に進むぞ。図体はでかいくせに動きが速い。
おい、バカな。よし。やったー。
魔物め。
Hey. Wow. An armored bar this time. Whoa. Hey, I'm gonna break your armor. Yatta! Wait, what?
奴は不死身か。
まずいです。
何？
どこまでやられくそ。
しっかりしろカイネ。あんなのを相手にしていたらいつまでもヨナの元にたどり着けるぞ。
ここは先を急いだ方が良さそうですね。
行くぞ。
Yo, Shay! Yo, Sam! Yo! I was kind of like fighting this bull who keep on regenerating for some reason. Oh! Okay, let's go. Whew! I'm not sure whether I'm actually reaching near the end. It seems like I'm reaching the end, but I'm not sure. I do know that this game have like ending 1, and then after ending 1 there's a continuation of getting ending 2, ending 3 and ending 4, something like that. Ah, shoot, not this way. Alright, how are you doing, man? Medicinal herb. Yeah, bye. Hi. Oi. No. Yeah, very good. Survive. Oh. You survived your exam. Nice. So how long is your break before your next semester starts? Hey. What's this? Dragon Lance. Okay, let's go. Oh no. Faster. Come on, box. Don't block my way. Whee! Still semester 1. Still got final. Oh, so basically that is like mid semester. Is it mid semester? Oi. Break down your armor, big guy. Oh hoi. Nice. Nee. What happened? Yes, we call it midterm here. Wow, Dare. Ho ho. Arigatou.
傘程度と血いるとって
You have any clue fighting this thing? Come on, stop this thing from regenerating. Hey. Oish.
かつって
どうしてここに
サルリとシータとカイザム特キロだろ
Hi.
洗ってて賛成体
割とてトラス感化しチーで
でも
あらペルアコ
どんだ来て蹴りごいたり
アッフィアとサチリチサッタとエルタカイザムチ
Oh, Taskaru.
えタッカー奇跡
おいやめろ離せやめろおお
ギ後でアリクラーサ開こう
開けろお前らだけじゃ無理だ
ゆっくくおたおきアルタフィート来るとこっちいる
Oh no.
勝てケタルイトエチケロアルテリアタセ
ゲウジ
各石技師
It's your people, damn it.
カレルタカイザンテラス
あんだ改て
Nombre, oh.
ウラーヌペルアとチ
ラーヌカイザントトチ
おお開けるんだ
Wow.
ぐずぐずするな行くぞ
カイネさん
奴の戦いを無駄にするなフィアのために
Thanks. Let's go. Health salve. Full of health salve. I use one, I'll take one. Okay. No box over there. How convenient they have healing item over here. Strength capsule. I'll use one. Open up! FBI! Give me back my sister! We're gonna fight this thing again?
テーボルさんポポルさん
やっと来たね待ちくたびれたわ
どうしてなんだ
1300年前
1300 years ago?
滅びかけた人類が取った最後の手段ゲシュタルト計画
Is this the project Gestalt that is also mentioned in the NieR Automata? Well, the story are related anyway, right?
白の書思い出せないのなら思い出させてやる
You update project starts document.
シロ。
頭の中が思い出したぞ。デボル、ポポル、なんちらは人間にあらず。そして
口ごもったね。言いづらいかい？ならポポル、代わりに言ってやんなよ。
Then what the heck are you two again?
私たちだけじゃないわ。今ここにいる全員が人間に作られた人間もどきなの。
Androids, I guess.
何を。何。
まだわからないかな。お前たちは人間じゃないんだよ。
そんな。じゃあこの世界に人間は存在しないんですか？
いいな。我らが魔物と呼んでいるあれが人間だ。人間だったものの慣れの果ての姿だ。
Can I say that the shades are actually the soul of the humans?
さあ、おしゃべりは終わり。私たちは仕事に戻る。
そんな。
お前のその体を返してもらおう。本来の持ち主である人間に。悪く思わないでね。それが持ち主のいない体を持たされた私たちの仕事なの。
So I'm just
私たちの長い人生
living my life for purpose of giving my body to
他
whoever
人の人
that
生を制御する
person
ために
thing
しか
was.
存在しない。あなたたちにはあなたたちの理由がある。私たちには私たちの理由がある。そういうことだ。
格
いや、
好つけるな。
わかりません。
バカ。
バカ。
そうだな。
How the heck does Sodana translate into sorry? Huh? Shield.
所詮は道具なんだ。私たちもお前も。
Hey, hey, hey.
俺はお前たちとは違う。
Huh. You're not good enough at using spell, eh? Where's your aim? Hey. Shield. Eat it. And neutralize all your bullet spell. Yosh. Nice, sir. Hui. Yosh. Yosh. Yoi, one down. Sorry, but I have my reasons.
デボル。
You have yours and I have mine.
はダメ。私たちがなぜ双子に作られたか今分かった。魂のない私たちが。喋らないで。血が止まらない。デボル、一人で生きるにはこの世界は寂しすぎるんだ。時間が長すぎるんだ。涙は流せるのに魂がないなんて本当におかしな話だよ。
You mean you have a soul, damn it?
ごめんな。デボル、置いていかないで。私を一人にしないで。
ポポルさん、もうやめよ
やめようってお前にそんな自由があると思ってるの？デボルを殺しておきながらよくもそんな。
Well, you're the one who attacked first.
今ならまだ。もう遅えんだよ。何もかもみんな殺してやる。
ポポルさん、俺はあんたとデボルさんに育てられたようなもんなんだ。頼むからやめてくれ。あや
つらは年も取らずにずっと見てきたのだ。長すぎる歴史を、真実を。
なんでポポルさんと戦わなければならない。
Wait, I can't do any damage to her?
進みたいなら倒せ。倒すしかないんだ。
はい、わかりました。おいちー。Okay, yeah, I can do damage. Hi. Sorry, but I need to move forward. I need to save Yona.
お前ら殺
せ。足が
まずい。進めなくなるぞ。
僕が何とかします。
Wow, you can do that. Cool. No, don't stay. Don't say that you're gonna stay there. Don't sacrifice yourself.
少年だった頃の石化させてしまうメモ。この醜い体になってからの姿も本当に嫌でした。だけど同時に誇りでした。だってこの姿のおかげでみんなと仲間になれたもの。皆さんありがとうございます。
エミール、
今人を守るための兵器になれること、本当に感謝しています。
よせ。
さあ行ってください。
No.
大丈夫ですから。
Who's gonna heal me if you're not here?
エミール、エミール。
エミール。
さんは乱暴だし、シロさんは口うるさいし、肝心な時に喧嘩しないといいけれど。
You're gonna live, Emil.
僕は仲裁できませんからね。あなたにもう一度会いたい。あなたに。
We will meet again for sure.
死にたくない。
Don't lose hope.
死にたくないよ。
寂しいね。See if that's a self-destruct, isn't it? Wowee. One pattern in NieR's game is that most people don't have happy endings. And who the F are you? Can I say that this is the player I actually played during the intro of the game? And then it mentioned like 1300 years later. So basically the character we are using right now is the different me. It's not the me, the player that we play during the opening of the game. This is like an entirely new character. Oh, I did. Oosh. Man, all of this is hard to swallow. Kamare. Can you not go here back? Come on, Kaine. Thanks for the slap just now and the kick. Eat, yay! Chato, dark wall, a dark. Where is it? Dark execution. Nee. Dang it, you guys are too fast. Give me some room to breathe. Dang it. Aight. Ichi. Can I counter you? Let me counter you. Let me counter you. Aight. Don't attack me from behind, dang it. Guys. Yes. Okay, all of them are dead. Medicinal herb, medicinal use, coloring book. Wait, there's more? Oh, not you guys. Hey. Yes. Okay. Hi, arigatou gozaimasu. I'm in a bad mood right now. Strength drop. This is strength drop. Okay. What do we have next? NieR. Ish. Ish. Yeesh. Go, die, everybody. Yeesh. Is that all? Medicinal herb, rusty kitchen knife, medicinal herb, strength drop. Okay, the room after this is a big room. Yuna!
Yuna!
So you are the final boss? Is it? Is it not? How do I fight this thing again? Dark Execution, Dark Whirlwind. Hi.
我らではない。我とお前は違う。一括りにするな。
おほい。
奴の止まった隙を狙うのだ。
はいはいはいはいはい。あいちょい。いいて。
侮るな。奴はまだ倒せておらぬ。
よし。おい、いてくそ。
奴の溜まった隙を狙うのだ。
よし。やったー。Good thing I will do all the side quests. Well, not all. おい、いち、何これ。Should I use dark wall with this guy? I think I need to use dark wall with this guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's massive, man. Dark wall. Wait. Wait, shit. Hi. Wait, what? Ui,何これ。おい。よし。はい。ナイス。はい、ういし。My shield is broken. Oof. Don't break my shield. Hey. Where the heck are you? Don't stay down. You're not a mole, dang it. Shit. Okay, nice. Nice. Lucky that my weapon is strong.
Yona.
いらない、欲しくない。この体の中にはもう別の女の子がいるよ。ずっと泣いてるの。お兄ちゃんに会いたいって。
ヨナが魔物に。
この女の子もお兄ちゃんが大好きみたい。ヨナと一緒だよ。会えないのかわいそう。あなたがお兄ちゃん？
ああ、そうだよ。一緒に帰ろう。
は？
ごめんね。ごめんね。お兄ちゃん、ごめんね。ごめんね。お兄ちゃん。
What happened?
大好き。
So that is the Yona from 1300 years ago?
今だ。妹についていた魔物は消えた。
Wait, gonna fight me?
カイネ、ヨナを頼む。お前の悲しみがわかるだなんて、そんな都合のいいことは言わない。俺はただ仲間と妹を守るだけだ。彼女たちを危険にさらす者がいれば倒すだけだ。来い、魔王。
Come on! Yes! What are you saying, voice? I can't hear you.
シロ、大丈夫か。
先輩。
Woo!
様子がおかしいぞ。シロ。
Woo! Woo!
ここまで来て倒さないでどうす
But,
る
but he's flying. How do I even attack him if he's in the air? Hey! Hey! Oi! Come on, drop down already. Wait, shit! Yeah, Oish. Wait,
しばし待たれよ。
what happened?
大丈夫か。
心配無用と言いたいとこだがな。
シロ。
いたたたた。 どこかのバカ者に乗せられて無茶をしすぎたようだ。
Sorry.
戦う骨董品は世の中にそうあるまい。
シロ、ごめん俺。
おい、真に受けるな。冗談だ。
だって
さあ、突っ立ってないでそこをどけ。我には最後の大任があるのだ。
何する気だ？
あやつの動きを止める。そしてその後はお前に任せた。この先はお前一人の戦いだ。しっかり頑張るのだぞ。
嫌だ俺はまだ素人。
まったく、我はお前のそういう単純なところが好きであった。楽しかったな。お前といると本当に楽しかった。しかしここでお別れだ。
マジ？
シロ。
そうそう、一つ言い忘れておった。
何？
シロというな。本当は結構気に入っていたのだぞ。
シロ、知ってた。
生意気なやつめ。
Has lost all its power. So I can't use spell. Yeah, babe.
俺には守るものがある。生きる意味がある。
おいち、やばい。
魔王、お前は。
おい。やばい。So a little bit more. Before that, healing herb. Ish. 来い。おい。If this is the end, I bet this is not the real end. Trophy earned, a world in flux.
ヨナの様子は？
え？
そんな。
大丈夫だ。
え？ワイス？白？
シロ、どこにいる？無事なのか？
探しても無駄だ。我はもう形を失った。
So have you become like a kind of shade as well?
失うだろう。故に今のうちに言っておく。よく聞け。
はい。
ヨナは大丈夫だ。恐れるな。諦めるな。呼び戻せ。ヨナを。
どうやって？
ヨナの、そしてお前の記憶を思い出せ。お前たちが生きる証を。
俺たちの証？
大丈夫。お前ならできる。
ヨナの好きな食べ物は？それはクッキーだよ。ヨナの好きな本の題名は？それはね、魔法の絵
ヨナの好きな場所は？それはお兄ちゃんのいるお家。ヨナの好きなお花の名前は？そのお花は月の涙だよ。じゃあね、ヨナが一番好きな人は誰だ？
Of course, it's me. Huh.
Yona.
I wonder what would happen if I actually put a wrong name inside there, or a different name.
これヨナの体。
そうだよ。お前だけの体だ。
お兄ちゃん、大きくなってる。大人の人みたい。
ああ、あれから少し時間が経ったんだ。
ヨナはずっと眠っていたの？
ああ、
物語のお姫様になったみたいね。
ヨナ、よかった。本当によかった。
お兄ちゃん。
カイネ。
妹と仲良く平和に暮らす。
カイネはどうするんだ？
私は
もしよかったら俺たちと。
遠慮しておこう。私にはまだ片付けなければいけない問題があるからな。
問題？
個人的なことだ。では元気でな。
カイネ。
お兄ちゃん、見て。
何？
綺麗。光を見たいって誰かがずっと叫んでた。やっと見られたね。
And we're back in the village. Is this a flashback?
ありがとう、お兄ちゃん。光がいっぱい。
ああ、そうだね。
Well, at least they are together, no matter where they are right now. For the overall dub, I think I like the Japanese version more. But Kaine is a little bit special. The English version of Kaine is very, how to say, very strong. The impact was like, including the curses, the curse words that, and the angerness that she put into every single words in the sentence. It sounds very strong. But in terms of voice, Shiro, I think the Japanese version is sounds more convincing. Missed a lot. Oh, you mean the story for this one? But I think this is just the first ending. There's actually a second ending, I believe. I think I'm gonna play it. Yes, please do play this game. At first I'm not really like, because I have not really dived into NieR story, but people have been saying, oh, NieR Gestalt is great. NieR Gestalt was the one in Xbox, I think, last time. But that time I don't have that game, so I have not tried. Until my brother actually bought the game NieR Automata, and I was curious of thinking how was that game like, which I actually start streaming it last time, and then I find that, wow, the story building is very much interesting. And then from there, actually my first entry for NieR series is NieR Automata. Only after that NieR Replicant came out, but I'm unable to actually secure myself the limited edition. So I was like waiting if there's somebody wanna sell it second hand, but I still can't find any with a good price. So I just ended up bought just the game without any bonus stuff like that. And finally I played it today. How long has it been? I think I purchased this game January. Yep, this year January, and I only played on October. By the way, have you if I'm not mistaken, NieR Automata have anime as well, right? Have you watched the anime? I'm curious about how they are adapting the story. Is it they're adapting exactly like the game, or does it have like its own story, the original story? I know that the first episode is, or at least from the clip that I saw, is similar to the game. The difference is just that NieR Automata, the game, is using 3D models, whereas the anime is just using the anime style. But if you want to play this and you want some challenge, I'd say playing on hard is nice. Unlike NieR Automata, hard is totally hard, at least for me. I'm gonna find the soundtrack for this one. It's the soundtrack for NieR Replicant, available somewhere on the iTunes Store, Apple Music. Maybe I'll check later. I think if I just play on following the main quest only, it's not really that long. Probably it would take around like maybe 18 hours, 20 hours at most. But the side quest is the one that took long enough time. Okay, this one I'm gonna save over here on the third slot. Yes. Should I say yes on the second slot? Location library. I think my Crystal had played this BGM of this game. Oh, really? Wow, that must sound very grand if this kind of song is being played in the orchestra hall. There's A, so I believe that A over there means A ending. I'm gonna see if there's a second ending. Exit the clear data save screen. No. Okay, yes. Level 20. Okay, back. Ending B. Load your clear data after completing the game to experience Kaine's story. Ooh, Kaine's story. You can now read a departed mother's diary in your house. Wardrobe has been added to the option menu. New outfits can be obtained by progressing through a departed mother's diary. Change music has been added to the game settings section of the option menu. I still have time. Let's go for the second ending. I don't know the music, but it's in one of the concerts before I joined. Interesting. So I'm gonna load this one. It starts from here.
お姉さんとダブらせていたのかもしれません。やります。
Kaine's dream discrimination. The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliff that surrounded the area magnified the sounds, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like the thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly towards the wooden, hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as he could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I. The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on! Come on! The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vein slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly towards the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as the hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no! They found me! A heartbreaking smile creeps across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yo-ho, Kaine! The voice belonged to Demo, worst of all the bullies in the area. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skidding through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seems taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parent watched from the safety of their home. She was attuned to the sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turn a blind eye to the action of their children, many encourage it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated and, if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's word chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me. She lied to herself. Be strong. Be brave. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt. Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? It's sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead. Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from the world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they choose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless, a failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my heads off. Kaine could meet Demo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked it upwards. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. Wow. Show me. No. Did you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. Even taking his attention from Kaine, he called to his court. Come on guys, let's give this freak what she deserves. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Kaine ignored that question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Freak! Chanted the children. Freak! 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 Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As she clutching hands of the village children close around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormented turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying! He's actually crying! Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concern. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, he finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. The old woman crouched again down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Ooh. Ow! He screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it! What are you doing? Quit whining. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch. You hit me with the rock, you stupid bitch. A big one. That thing could kill me. The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Timo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kaine, he took a step backwards and spat on the ground. Get out! Leave this village! No one wants you here! Either of you! Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Timo and his companion turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out in a single laugh. Ha! Look at that fat boy go. Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulder, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kaine, she said, why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. The words on her grandmother stung Kaine, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall in the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kaine's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hand on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempts to cross the crossing. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. You know because you survived it. As the word hits home, Kaine was struck by force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kaine and grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kaine truly understood the depth of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all this thing, and someone emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Did I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not. Don't be an ass. Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't... Shh, interrupt Grandma. I will not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you. And if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers on Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flower without breaking the stem or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are Luna tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Luna tears were legendary flowers. Most people couldn't live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet the grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath, as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find this? Just stumbled on them while I was out doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kaine to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in the construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate works, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. Long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough, even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of the rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Kaine's dream, daily life. Oh, is this like a light novel or what? In the distance, Kaine heard the steady sound of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The fire was being produced, however, was as far as from a work of art as could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with a boiled abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe. Kaine's grandmother flayed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailors blush. Grandma, called Kaine. That you, Kaine? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Don't get too close, or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine's close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. When she scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, Grandma, do you need help? I can't get you water or lunch or a new axe or something? The axe poised to strike another wobbly blow paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of shopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can go get a water? Shades have been restless lately, and I don't want you running into one of them bastards. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either ends. Gathering water was by far the more difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kaine did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason: she didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the area. Oh, so that is the place where Kaine and her grandmother lived. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it comes to the villagers and her granddaughter. Rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother's leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swinging after swing of the axe produced only a tiny cracks in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with the solid strike, the tool embedded itself in the lock and refused to budge. Frustrated, Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it! Ah, crap! She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with the blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form in her small pink hands. This is tough, and my logs are still weird sizes. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village, setting down her buckets with a small sigh. She took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. Really clumsy girl. You better practice if you... Grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket! Can't let it spill! Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem on her dress. But Kaine didn't notice. Grandma! Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and batted Kaine away. Stop that! Just stop! She cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying. I'm just tired from trip is all. Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending. Sooner than either of them had feared, the positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her down. It's all right, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, god damn it. But I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across the dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by the Shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor Shade, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance to the village. The few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her cell on a rotten older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. Hey lady, said Kaine with a bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's family cheek shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me? They seemed to say, but Kaine saw that her eyes held a different emotion, fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? Kaine repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching her up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed and expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary, but the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He'd clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand, because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. Oh my god, he sputtered. What are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for medication. Ha! But Demo, that old bitch finally keel over? Go to hell, Demo. The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head, but before he could let fly and come back, or worse, a punch, the apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose. creating a scent that was exotic but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely in a world so vast, there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall, behind the counter, rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colors, but this time had worked its cruel magic, and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle, but sad, and they seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. That's my daughter. I sketched it when she was just a little girl. She's been dead for a long time now. Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They let the ones close to you live on forever. She shook his head slightly and then looked down at Kaine and smiled, handing her the medicine. He reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayon. You should have this. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumors about you, he said. It's a small village. The word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother Kali, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Grandma's name is Kali? Thought Kaine suddenly. She was still mulling this new fact over her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hand. Your grandmother's is an old friend of mine, he said as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I wager she would like it if you draw a picture of her. Yes, I think she would like that very much. Kaine murmured in quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless, and with enough tiny step, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. Back already, are you? Asked grandmother with a yawn. Come here, let me have a look at you. Grandma sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible has befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. Well, how was it? Did those bastards give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a small smile. No, seriously, it was. Fun, eh? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. Haha. So anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch a portrait. A portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone. But Grandma, it'll make you live forever. Horse shit, said her grandmother, throwing back the sheet from her bed. Living forever would just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help me with dinner. But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma would find herself leaning against the wall of the house as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayon, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all. I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought this crayon would, make drawings easy or something. The woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredible misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time and slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said between laughter. You truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But... shh. I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always. True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. Posh, said the old woman. I'll take this down when they roll me in a shroud. She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness. It was a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a long life remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on, people and memories move in and out of life, like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different. Kaine swore because I will remember it forever. Forever. This really is a light novel. Kaine is just... yeah. Now, this is the third chapter, isn't it? I'm gonna drink for a bit. There's also one part, the area, I think in the Forest of Myth. The mission over there is all light novel-ish, similar like this. I was like, what the heck is this? but it's interesting nonetheless. Okay, continue. Kaine listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostril and made it home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. The old woman threw some more words under the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool girl, it's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kaine. And I think it's burnt or something because it smells terrible. With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Wait, is this the berry that we found at the Forest of Myth? The berry that is poisonous to human being? Your grandma is a mummy. Oh yeah, that's terrible, alright. Why, you little brat, laughed that woman. Now I can't really remove the image of Mume giving berries. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, the relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward and all the same. Meals that used to be somber affair were now filled with laughter and her abuse in equal measures. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker day by day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burnt berries rolling through her belly. Where are you going today? Asked Grandma suddenly. Kaine looked up, surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specific anymore. Well, I was going to check out the kelma trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What in the hell for? Kaine stared at her grandmother and held out an arm and swept it around her their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope and rubbles, the old place sagged like a boxer in a in the final round. Grandma, a dying cat would chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection. The old woman laughed, exposing a toothless grin to the world. God damn, girl. If a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves. I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Well, shoot, I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other... Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight. You know what? You know that? A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival. Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately, it seems my mind is... She didn't finish the thought, instead walking over her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of Luna tears from the drawer. The flower petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. You're gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive wall and more talk about how beautiful you've become. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. You're a beautiful thing, said the old woman, and there ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliment for one day. Shut your mouth on you. Where did that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazy grin on her face. That's cute. Grandma, yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. Grandma, stop it, what the hell? The old woman stared at her and blinked, then slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kaine thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your wall or whatnot. I'll be fine. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Kaine rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eye watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself. But in the end, the temptation was too great. She spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small bent woman standing in front of the ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. Gods, she looked so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. With little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruits rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with her finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. No! Oh God, no! Her grandmother's house was ablaze, her flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Grandma! Kaine ran faster than she ever had moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and she went sprawling onto the rocky ground, but she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark! It's too dark! Not just fire! Can't be fire! Too much smoke! Gotta save her! Gotta save her! She burst into the front yard and come to a sudden halt. Her worst suspicion confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horn, and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it an appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, it lets out a roar and flicks its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then, the smell hits her, a blend of rotten meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. "Alright, you bastard! You think," she thought as her scream echoes off her high cliff around them. "It's you or me. Let's go." The shade eyed Kaine with bemused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. The dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced towards her house. Through smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. "Grandma!" At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. "She's alive!" thought Kaine. "Alive!" Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard towards the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes, and she tried to remember how her legs worked. "Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up now!" As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped towards the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine lurched to her feet and fell back to earth with a grasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. "Grandma, hold on, just a little longer." Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breath belched from somewhere deep inside its core. "Bastard! Laughing at us!" She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt that the shade was taking joy in their suffering. "Yeah, I see your plan." The shade moved its claw slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. "I'm gonna kill this bastard!" Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backwards, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble towards the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. "Give her back!" she screamed. "Give her back to me!" It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, and raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air towards the young girl that was clutched to her foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she laid on the ground, the blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. "Kaine?" Kaine's voice blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared, enough for her to make out her grandmother's hand reaching out to her through the smoke. "Grandma? Kaine? You gotta run. You can't. The best this one." Kaine grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. "Grandma, come on, we have to go." The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. "Grandma, no, no!" "I said run. God damn it, you have to live. You have to get through." The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes, and as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again, she stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendages, all that remains underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands, which has been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of their embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after another, faster and faster, until they become a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliff and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angle. Her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just a moment before, took a slow, hesitant step backwards, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized the moment, laughing like a mad woman. She leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sound of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. Think I'm bleeding to death? No. Can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames. All of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. 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 Okay, I'm not gonna pronounce it all over again. Kill it now! As the spark that was Kaine's slowly began to flicker and die, she felt the desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Okay, so in this playthrough, are we going to control as Kaine? Oh! Hey. No. That wall, no, luck will win. Hey.
会わなくて済むよ。ここで殺してやる。限界。ではない。お前の腕が上がったのだ。存分に暴れよ。
よし。よし。That was easier than I remember last time. If this shit is a human soul, then what kind of human is that? What? Another light novel? Oh man! Dang it! Just when I thought I don't need to read anymore. Gently, weakly, softly, the shade, sure that his tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, stopping along the way to below one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shame beyond imagining, Kanye tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Hey? Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eyes to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make her clapping a real bitch. Ha! Cried a sudden voice from the depth of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to the dogs. The voice of a childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruin like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. No, stop! Don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of a grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, cheering at it with sharpened pincers. Stop! No! Don't hurt the picture! Kaine reached out with her remaining arms and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled and broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Ha ha, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. This is the shades, right? I think I look like that. Oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time. As if insanity had somehow found a way to take form, Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish like a prayer or something? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me! Save me! Ha 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 ha! Kaine finally stopped shouting at the voice with her mind. I don't make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh God, you're the best. Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up towards the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upwards, feel the hot searing pain in the left it left in its wake. Whatever else might it be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice. Let it go. Kind of tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die, so why not let me have it? Have what? Your body. Come on, give it to me, give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused as if licking its lip. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bath in the blood just like before. In response, Heine shifted her head and vomited. The wrath of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small, whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Now give me that body. Come on, give me that body and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop! The black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Ah, what the hell, sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burnt bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Heine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern. The pattern of the shade burned itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, sunshine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends from now. Heine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the latter seemed ready to puncture her skin and began infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop! Gotta stop! Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hey, it's my favorite dish and I'm hungry. Let it go, feel anger, burn with the fire of revenge, thirst for blood, then go out there and... Shut up and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddy of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled with air. Stupid idiot girl. You're possessed now, sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed? Whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me. You got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folk used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller now, somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So Listen, peered the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty in it for you too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you wanna kill? I can make that happen. That little fat kid who kept picking on you? That big old shit that squashed your granny? We'll wrap him up in their own assholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kaine. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill that shade? What? You think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honeypants. I just want to drink from the well. Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it, you and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole, muttered Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Ha ha ha! Screamed the voice. Look at you go. Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name is Tyran, and if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour, and I like rotten and sour. Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shade and I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyran. Count on it. Ha! Laughed Tyran. I've shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body. But if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I'm not a shade. I am Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, began carefully to ignore a certain red stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland petals were as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm sorry. So sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I am possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flower to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area rose to their daily life, she remained in that position as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world. Alive.
おばあちゃん。
カイネさん、生きて、戻ってきてください。
お前たち。
How long was the novel is now? I think was it almost an hour?
エミル、私を呼んでくれていたのはお前だな。
僕のことわかるんですか？
エミールはエミールだ。私は間違いない。
カイネさん、ありがとう。
おかえり、カイネ。
ずいぶん立派になったな。どのくらい眠っていたんだ私は。
5年だよ。
そうか、5年か。ヨナは
探してるが魔王の足取り自体なかなかつかめる。
これ
それは月の涙。
おばあちゃんのに負けないやつをって頑張って作ったんだけど。
そうか、ありがとうありがと
う。長く石化されていたカイネの目覚め、エミールの見せた優しさ、再び出会う喜びを俺たちは噛みしめていた。デボルさんたちからその話を聞くまでは。なぜなんだ、どうしてなんだ、デボルさん、ポポルさん。
分かってちょうだい。揉め事が起きて危害が及ぶのはあなたたち自身なのよ。
でも
大丈夫ですよ。僕らなら外で寝ますから。
待てよ、おかしいだろ。己の身を犠牲にして村を救ったカイネとエミールがなんで村から追い出されなきゃならない。
だって僕らこんなんだし。
Yeah, welcome back, Sam. The novel just ended like 5 minutes ago. And my water bottle was already emptied.
あなたがそう思ってもらえるだけでもう十分ですね、カイネさん。
私は外の方が慣れてる。
そんな。
じゃあ外で待ってますね。
Gonna check the archive, lol. はい、ありがとう。
すまないな。
But at least the light novel was properly written because every word they put inside there actually gave the proper image on how I should actually do the mental image on what is actually happening over there. It's not just like plain words that doesn't have any kind of like description of the area and stuff. So it is kind of good, I think.
カイネがなぜ野宿していたかちっとも気づいてやれなかった。
For some people who don't like to read, that might be a bothersome thing to do.
今日はもう休め。
Hey.
その夜は眠ることができなかった。デボルさんを初めて憎く思った。ポポルさんを冷たい人だと疑った。だがそんな俺の感情には意味がない。彼女たちは村を第一に考えた結果、ああいうしかなかっただけだ。村人たちを魔物の恐怖から守ろうとして言ったことだ。デボルさんとポポルさんの罪を責めるなんてできない。カイネたちの立場を知ろうともしなかった。俺も同罪なんだから。
Whew.
カイネとエミールに謝ろう。謝って、いや謝ったって。
カイネさん、
この声は。
焚き火って不思議です。カイネさんとまたお話ができて僕嬉しいです。
そうか、私もだ。
カイネさんを助けるために僕頑張ったんですよ。一生懸命磨いてみたり、お湯をかけてみたり。
お湯をかけたのか。
はい、でも全然ダメで。
石化を解いてくれてありがとう、エミール。
ちょっとだけ姿が変わっちゃいましたけど。
辛い思いをさせてしまったな。
でもこの姿も悪いことばかりじゃありません。こうしてカイネさんを見ながらお話できるようになりましたし。そうだ、カイネさんのこと聞かせてくれませんか？
私の話はつまらないぞ。
カイネさんのこともっと知りたいんです。
分かった。私に魔物がつく前、子供の頃の話だ。私は少し変わった体をしているせいで、村では厄介者として扱われていた。
Oh yeah, since he said that she was being possessed by the shade after the incident of her grandmother's death, then why does she's being called a freak in the first place?
でもただ一人、おばあちゃんだけが私を受け入れてくれたんだ。
Meaning that before that, she's just a normal human being who actually lost her mother and father, her parents.
どんなに辛いことがあっても、おばあちゃんがいてくれるだけで私は生きようと思えた。
What I was known so far is that she is supposed to be strong, that she can actually just beat up all those kids from back then.
カイネさんにとって本当に大切な人なんですね。
ああ、
そうだ、カイネさんの石化も治ったんですから。魔物つきのことや僕の体を治す方法も見つけましょう。みんなで探せばきっと簡単ですよ。
Too bad, so at the end, you died, you sacrificed yourself, Emil.
僕たちならきっとできると思います。
お湯をかけるよりは難しいと思うがな。
もうそのことは忘れてください。
眠れたのか。
はあ、
目が赤いな。あまり思い詰めるな。
ポポルさんたちのところに行く。
わかった。
So this is the part where we continue from here. Go Moonflower, obtain 900. Okay.
なんだそれは。
これは母さんの日記だよ。
Oh?
母親の。
ああ、国門病にかかって俺が小さい頃に死んでしまったんだ。
Even his mother? Even my mother as well?
すまん。悪いことを聞いてしまったな。
Can we read them? Can we read them?
いいんだ。もう顔もおぼろげにしか思い出せないしな。これは唯一残った母さんの形見なんだよ。これを読むと頭の隅にある家族の記憶がかすかに蘇るんだ。
そうか。
最後の数日間の日記には奇妙なメッセージが数行書かれているんだ。
And what was that?
奇妙なメッセージ。
ああ、それは
おい、聞こえておらんのか。
Huh? Wow. Where's this place?
おい、何をほうけているのだ、お主。
Is this the world of Fullmetal
何
Alchemist?
か夢を見ていたような。
立ったまま寝るとは器用なやつだな。行くぞ、あの扉だ。
ああ、行くか。
Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist. Proceed beyond this point and you will be unable to save until the battle is over. Do you want to go through the door? No? Go be Damn it, if I going through here will not be safe until the battle is over. This might take a very long time, isn't it? I think I'm gonna just go back and save. Let's save and then I'll just call it a day and I will continue this one on next Tuesday. Hey. But then again, this is automatic save over here. Okay, I'm just gonna save and then I'm just gonna see what is the story about. But then it might take like 1 hour plus, probably. Never mind. I'm just gonna save here and probably just call it a day. It's 3 hours. Yeah.
どうした？
What's wrong?
何か夢を見ていたような。
ああ、わかる。俺もこの日記を読むとそんな気持ちになってくる。
Oh, okay. What else? Is there any other stuff? Any other stuff that I have not checked? Now level 30. Excuse me. Documents. Do I have new? Nope, I don't have any new tutorials. Ending B. Load your clear data after completing the game to experience kindness story. Okay. Fishing records na weapon stories. Oh yeah, I have not even read all of this. Never mind, I'll read it later. Okay, I'm gonna save here. Probably gonna save here. I'm gonna keep this file and do all my saves over here on the third slot. Okay. Wait. Does all the side quests being carried over? Oh, okay. Yep. Uncompleted. This is all the uncompleted quest. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop right here. So thanks Sam, thanks for dropping by. And reading all the light novel on stream was very stressful for the throat. But I kind of enjoyed it nonetheless. Anyway, yep, I'm gonna stop right here. Thanks guys, thanks for coming, thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next week. next week I'm gonna play this game as well. But this Saturday, I will do my normal weekly Genshin, and in between, I was thinking of like doing streaming on Mobile Legend. I actually, on Monday, I thought of wanting to do the Mobile Legend stream, but then there's some issue with my PC where there's actually a software behind there which actually does the what they call it again, the sound filtering, the background noise filtering, which actually also affected the Mobile Legends game sound, where the voice become very weird. And then I actually fixed that, and I actually wanted to stream another Mobile Legend yesterday, but then somehow the audio became stuttered, and I'm still trying to figure out how to actually fine tune that. But if I actually made that, figure out how to actually properly set the sound to not have any problem, then I will just do some guerrilla stream for Mobile Legend. Anyway, thanks Sam, thanks for coming, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Watsutaru, mata ne. Good night. Oyasumi nasai. Take care, brothers. Bye bye.